Okay, we live. We are live. On B Time 21, Ronald TV to the left. Got my boy Ivy down in Florida, somewhere in Florida.
Yeah,
Wait, what part of Florida you in anyway?
I'm in Orlando now. I just got back from Miami.
Oh, okay. He's just traveled back from Miami. Ronald went somewhere. I don't know where he went. He went. I'm looking at the couch. He went somewhere.
Yeah, but I
But
think I think that's a great trade for Houston.
yeah.
He's gonna love it there. Good
It's,
coaching, fun city.
especially he from Texas too.
No,
So
he went to school in Texas,
oh yeah, that's right.
but
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I
he's from
forgot about that.
DC.
I think the best fit would have been the Wizards though. If the Wizards had enough cap space though.
Nah, he's not the capsule event, and nobody wants to play for Pat Riley, man.
No, of course
Nobody,
not.
nobody wants to play for Pat Riley, man. He's too much of a
He's
Grinch.
cheap. But I think you know what I think he need to go ahead and just sell the team like they did the Dodgers and the Lakers thing.
Pat Riley needs to go home and live life and retire.
He needs
Uh,
to.
he needs to get out. This ain't the Patrick Ewing's knees no more. He needs to let people live.
Or Magic Johnson.
Yeah, but I like to trade for Houston. What's going on in the NBA, or what are these guys wearing in their shoes with all these Achilles that are tearing
What's
up?
up? Hey, what's up with people wearing tights on their legs, bro? When they're wearing shorts, like
I
a
don't.
long like.
I never seen that. Like that makes no sense.
I see Kevin Durant do it. The first time I seen Kevin Durant did it before.
The NBA, the Eastern Conference, just lost like 70% of their superstar players,
Yeah, it's true.
and honestly, half of those half of those guys are not gonna come back and be the player they used to be.
Now Hollenberg, I know where you scored like 30 something points last Thursday night. You got like 9 or 10 points last night. Then you got then you tear your Achilles.
Well, he came into the game hurt.
I'm gonna
But
tell you
still,
something, and
oh, be quiet, Rondo.
this might sound kind of stupid right now. I think the coach of OKC is super overrated. He got very lucky. He got out coached in a lot of
He
games.
did get out coaching game one
He
though. I ain't gonna
almost
lie.
choked again in that fourth quarter. They looked like a deer in
Yes.
headlights. I promise you, man. If they would have lost, they're firing his ass.
Hey man,
He,
I was thinking the same thing last night because
that's bad coaching, man.
ain't no way the MVP goes 8 for 27.
No, the other guy, Williams, was nervous. He was
He's like he
sweating
ain't
in that
man.
game.
He's sweating like a pig.
Yeah,
But like
something's wrong with him.
Shea's only like best player. He's like the best player on the team. So I guess naturally they have to give it to him for the Finals MVP.
They ain't had a choice.
But even then, I was like, wow, this is a
I was shocked they didn't
dummy.
give it to
This
Jalen.
is a
Hey,
dummy
I
Finals
was shocked.
MVP.
Hey, I was shocked they didn't give it to Jalen Williams
He didn't
from
do
OKC.
nothing. He didn't do
He
nothing in this finals
He had two good
except for
games, but
he
except for
had
drop
two good.
so
He
40.
had he had two good games. Rondo, what you
Except for
talking
drop
about?
40.
he had two
Dude
good
dropped.
games, but that little white boy was taking it to the fourth quarter. That little white boy when
Caruso,
Hillsbury, that little white boy,
Caruso should have been
yeah,
Finals MVP.
he got tired,
Caruso,
but that little white boy was
Hey,
taking it.
Caruso been saving Shea Alexander in these playoffs.
He should have been Finals MVP.
I'm telling you, man, he almost got it done. That's the same coach that beat LeBron and Dwayne Wade when he was in Dallas.
Yeah, Rick
He
Carlisle.
Yeah,
outcoached
Rick
and
Carlisle.
Spoelstra. Yeah, he's a hell of a coach. That man is
Yeah,
a Hall of Fame coach, first ballot. Promise. But
I don't know where OKC goes on from here.
the Knicks need to do whatever they can to get that
Knicks
man as
need
a coach.
Knicks need a head coach.
They're looking at
I
Mike
Nobody
was
wants to
Brown.
thinking,
work with that guy. Nobody wants to work with that guy in New York.
They're looking at Mike Brown.
Yeah, nobody wants to work with that guy,
man,
man.
nobody, bro, all them coaches all them coaches that you talk about decline. Yeah, like a whole list of coaches declined that interview job. I'm thinking like Mark Jackson, man. I'm thinking like Mark Jackson.
You think like Mark Jackson?
Yeah, I'm thinking they should get. I think they should hire Mark Jackson as the next head coach.
I like Mike Jackson.
Been done before.
I mean, that man deserves an ask for coaching. I mean, that man deserves a second chance of coaching in the NBA. Like, come on now.
Yeah, they blackballed him from the league.
Yes, that's why I don't. That's why I didn't like the fact that they hired Steve Kerr, that team that Mark Jackson created in the Warriors. That's why I was like, I'm like, you gonna hire him?
Yeah, but that happens, man. That happens. You don't know in the locker room how it was. Everybody was sweating the triangle offense, blah blah blah.
It just
But
like it just like a football analogy when they fired Brian Flores from the Dolphins.
and they fired him because he couldn't get along with Tua. The two of him couldn't get along, but look at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are gonna be a top. The Dolphins are gonna have a top 5 pick this year. That's how
They are.
bad they're
I can
gonna
see
be.
that, bro. I can see that happening already.
Yeah, they're gonna
Cause
suck bad, bro. They're gonna suck pretty bad. I promise you, they're gonna suck bad.
they gonna, bro. Y'all gonna be in last place, probably behind the Jets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cause I
Now the
thinking
Jets are
if
gonna be okay. The Jets are 8-8, but the Dolphins got no
Dolphins ain't
offensive
got no
line.
support. They ain't got no support for Tua, protecting Tua.
Nah,
Every time I see him, he always getting hit.
nah, Tua gonna get knocked out. Tua gonna get
I'm
it.
trying to tell Rondo that.
You get knocked the fuck out. Yeah.
Well,
I see a concussion by week 8.
I say like week 9.
Whatever.
I think Tua needs to hit the lab, honestly. Like, actually, learn how to
He
play
needs to
quarterback.
retire.
I think
Nah, it's not that. The Dolphins don't have the cap space because now Tua's contract goes in effect,
Mm.
and that's a max contract, man. You got Tariq Hill,
I
Waddle,
get
and
you.
him on max.
Y'all still got Waddle and Tree Hill.
Yeah, but he can't do nothing without no line. He got no line, man. He gonna hurt that boy. He
That's
gonna
what
hurt.
that's why he getting busted up every single year.
you Andrew
Yeah,
Luck.
the Dolphins done. I see them trading Tariq Hill by the trading deadline. They're
Y'all
gonna go
should
to
have traded
rebuild
him
mode.
now.
Yeah, but he got too much stuff going on, man. His trade value is not that good right now. He got too
How
much
You
you
don't,
going
feel?
on.
you don't
How
think they
you feel
just
about
released?
How you feel about Stephon Diggs being in New England?
Oh, that's the man right there. That's the man. I don't
Oh,
know if he's gonna do much over there, but
the man's gonna let you down, Rashawn.
You
Man's,
biased, Rondo. You
man,
biased.
man's
That's the
gonna.
old Stephon Diggs. I don't care what you say. That's the old Stephon Diggs. Okay.
What the
nah,
old?
Stephon can't. He
So,
can't play like he used to. He don't got that. He don't got those moves. He don't got that speed no more.
and plus, he
And
doesn't care about football.
he
He
don't. He
doesn't
got
care.
Cardi B. He with a billionaire. He don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Plus, he
he
got
don't
that
care
white
about
boy who can't
football.
even throw. That white boy gonna hurt that boy.
But hey, but I was kind of
He's gonna
surprised
make
we
his
actually
four
picked
million. He's gonna make his
because
four
I was
million.
hey,
Get out.
Rondo. Let me talk. I was kind of surprised that he didn't go back to Buffalo.
Why would he go back to Buffalo?
How you gonna go back? Do you know why he left?
He had a one, Josh, because Joe Brady messed his stats up. Joe,
No,
offensive
man. He
coordinator.
couldn't get along
Bro,
with the quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, they were beefing.
You know what? I think Josh Allen's overrated in the playoffs.
Uh,
Oh my gosh,
In
bro.
the AFC Championship game, he always folds
so what about
every
Lamar
time.
Jackson? What about Lamar?
L- Lamar, he
Choke,
got
choke,
he got he always
choke
chokes
Jackson.
too.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, Josh Allen's overrated in the playoffs when he plays against the Chiefs every time.
Bro, they're one
Every
play
time.
away from beating them. They're one play away
I
from beating.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Can't be
So how's he?
overrated. They're not
How's
getting
he
stomped on. You know what I mean? They're
overrated?
not getting
How's
like
he
destroyed.
overrated?
He's
They're-
overrated. He's not. He's overrated in the playoffs. But in regular season, he's good in the regular season. But
They go to the AFC Championship
he
every
can't. He
year.
don't get the job done.
He one play away.
He's one play away from
He's
getting the Super
he's Jim
Bowl.
Kelly 2.0.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Ivy, are you listening to what he's saying? Like Josh Allen literally competes for Super Bowls every year.
No, he does not. No, he does not. No, he does not. No, I'm gonna disagree on this, Rondo.
But I'm gonna tell you this: I think Buffalo, and I love Miami. I think Buffalo overpaid for Russo. How you gonna give him 50 million? He can't even sack or put pressure on Mahomes. You give
See
him
there?
$50 million. That make no sense to me. That make no sense to me at all whatsoever. But
Yeah, because it's like y'all
And
gave them all that money.
that's what all these leagues do. They overpay their players, and then
They overpaid Dak
comes
Prescott.
down to, it comes down to bite them and go, you know what? And
Dak, once that old line started getting old and injured, he wasn't the same Dak anymore.
That's true.
Honestly, but he was never that great. The problem is, once you give out these max contracts, if they're not like, bro, like future Hall of Fame players, you're setting your team back, bro. Like, because you can't sign but no more but bums.
You
You
can't
gotta
tell it
get
to
like
Jerry Jones.
practice squad
You
guys.
can't tell it to Jerry Jones. So
See, the problem is he I respect Jerry Jones because he knew it, and that's why he didn't want to pay Dak. But then they got forced to doing it. Like who can't he can't afford his players now on defense because there's no more cap space.
now Michael Parsons, I'm hearing some talk between Washington or Seattle in the trade deadline during
where'd
this
you
during
hear
the
that?
season.
Where'd you hear that?
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going
Where'd you
nowhere. He
hear
gonna
that
die
from?
a cowboy.
Where'd you hear that from?
I
He
saw it
gonna
on
die
Google.
a cowboy.
You gotta check your sources, bro.
You
Yeah,
check your sister too,
'Cause
Rondo.
I ain't gonna lie. But he goes to Washington. Oh my gosh, like he goes to Seattle. Jesus
the
Christ.
Cowboys ain't trading a player like that to Washington. They
Yeah,
Just
ain't.
like this.
no. Why would they trade him to Washington? I mean,
They is
I'm not.
not
I'm
doing
not.
that.
Hey, Rondo, I'm not Jerry Jones. Okay, I'll let you know that right now. I'm not Jerry Jones. So
but any
yeah.
any GM or owner would not do that. They wouldn't trade it within the division.
Now I'm gonna
Washington's
say,
gonna be
hey,
good now.
now I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be a stud in the NFC. Two teams in the NFC East: Washington and Philly, battling for the division title end of the season. Though
Not for sure. 100%. Philly's loaded. They got young players.
they got
Philly
Sa-
got a
they got
two,
Sa-
3 year run on them.
they got Saquon too.
Yeah, they're loaded. They loaded. They could
I
be all
think, be
right.
honest with you, I think they can run it back in the playoffs this year
A hundred
again.
percent. 100%. They got that defense, bro.
They got the defense, they got the offense, they got Jalen Hurts playing,
Georgia,
they
yeah.
got they got AJ Brown,
And they got that new rule they didn't take away from them, the tuck pool, whatever it's called.
the tush
The
push.
twist. Yeah, come on now, man. You know that they
You
didn't take it
taking
away.
you take bro, you taking the fun away from the game, bro. Like, come on now.
Come on, man. That's just as good as stealing for them. But they didn't take
Now
it away from them.
now in the AFC West, it's still gonna go through Kansas City though, or Denver. Denver coming up.
Man, ain't going nowhere, man. That white boy Knicks, he good against scrubs. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do
true.
nothing. He ain't gonna do
He
nothing.
might. He
Bro, man.
probably. He probably. He
Um,
probably. He probably play better than. He probably. The Broncos play a whole lot better than the Chargers.
He probably will. He probably will.
But I can
Hey,
see the
can you
AFC
put
West.
0582? Are they there? 0582, please.
I think the AFC.
The pin
Everybody.
right
I
there.
think it's gonna go to Kansas City
0582.
again though.
but what is like the Broncos ceiling this season?
That, you got to answer that question around like mid November, mid October, November time. Now in the AFC North, it's up in the air because I don't think Cincinnati gonna do nothing this year. It probably between Baltimore and Pittsburgh bound for the AFC North.
So that's
It's not Cleveland.
what you said, bro. It's gonna be one. I think it's just gonna be one team dominating that whole division.
Probably Baltimore.
Pittsburgh is not gonna
Yeah, bro.
be good at
They
all.
spent too much. They spent too much on Aaron Rodgers for 1 year contract. Like, come on now.
But not only that, like they didn't really spend much. This is just a simple thing to do for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
he can be out, but I think they should honestly start. Um,
Will Howard.
yeah, well, Howard.
Because think about it. Let Aaron Rodgers get popped like one time though, and then what's going to happen? They're going to end up going with Will Howard probably by like week 5, week 6.
If you know how long it's been since we've seen, well, MVP Rogers, since like 2015,
20 2010.
no, 2018. It's the last time he won MVP.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not going to see that again. Okay.
No, it's just like the Jets now. The Jets they stupid when they signed Aaron Rodgers. They overpaid that man so much money.
Now
Yeah, a little bit of bad luck.
they gave him a weapon in DK Metcalf, but so what?
That's not enough. That's not enough to compete against these other AFC teams in your division.
And I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is going to get mad at DK Metcalf one of
Of
these
course he
years,
is.
and they're going to butt heads.
Cause I'm gonna tell you something. The project that the Jets had getting Devontae Adams from Aaron Rodgers, it didn't work out. Now, now DK Metcalf, DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers, it's not gonna work out.
No,
They had,
that's just to have a decent team. They know they ain't going nowhere. But the
which
Steelers
is
don't
why
want. They're never going to be like a scrub. Like
But
just
check
stuff.
this out, Ivy. Aaron Rodgers.
Will Howard, bro. Like,
Start. Go ahead. Start. I might as well. I might as well stick. I might as well let. I might as well start Will Howard like right now.
or,
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That Will Howard is the
or
most
Mason
terrible
Rudolph, man.
quarterback ever.
Or
That
Mason Rudolph,
man
at
is
least.
Oh, Mason
terrible.
Rudolph. I'll start Mason Rudolph.
Nah,
You
don't
know,
do that. Let's go a little bit more straight. So.
Now Cleveland's scenario is a big different. You got Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, and Shador.
yeah,
You think so?
Shador's going to be in the doghouse,
Because you
bro.
can turn this off a bit.
Saw the news. So what happened
Oh
to
yeah,
Shador?
we both know this Cleveland, bro.
He's in the
This is Cleveland.
doghouse.
He gonna be in
He'll
the
be in the dog.
doghouse. He gonna be
Not
a
going to
bro. He
play.
gonna be like what's that quarterback at Notre Dame? Brady Quinn.
He's going to be holding the iPad, bro. He's not going to be. He's going
He got an earpiece in his ear.
he's
Listen to
gonna
the
be holding
plays.
the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that to himself. unless Flacco, Pickett, and all them get injured, go on the
But let me
sideline,
ask you.
buddy.
But I'm gonna tell you this though. He could be sitting these next 3 years.
Now maybe, well, I don't know about 3 years,
And
but
Cleveland.
maybe if he improves in practice, he can start. Maybe he can get himself to like QB2.
And Cleveland ain't going nowhere no time soon in the playoff. They ain't going nowhere no time soon.
They should have put them out. They should have put him as a Hard Knocks team. I would actually watch Hard Knocks.
That'd be funny. I'd love to see that again.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. But yeah, Pittsburgh. Tomlin can coach, so they're probably gonna win like 8 or 9 games.
It's gonna
But
be
like,
8-8.
they make playoffs.
They getting out the first round like last year.
Like, can they beat Kansas City? Can they beat Buffalo? Can
No.
they beat Baltimore? Can they beat Colts? No. So like, so like,
You shouldn't even say the Colts, man.
but like, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers. I not like Aaron. I like Aaron Rodgers. I think he's better than Tom Brady. So like,
What the whoa. Don't you that's disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
bro, Tom Brady got by because of
Oh, but now hold it. Before you even say anything, I'm gonna pause you right there. Tom Brady had the best offensive line he had, and Aaron Rodgers didn't have no offensive line.
bro,
No offensive line.
the reason why they won all those Super Bowls was
I don't want
because
to
of
hear it.
Adam Vinatieri.
I don't want to
Let's
hear
do
it. I don't want to hear it, man.
Shout out to Adam Vinatieri, Coach Legend. But and
Patriots legend too. Don't say that.
spend more years on the Colts. But anyway,
He bet you should see
anyways,
that. No, look at you. You talking about me? Look at you. You talking about me? But Aaron Rodgers and I got see. I thought I was getting away from him from the Jets. Now he's with the Steelers. Now I got to face him week 6. I hope that game on TV, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all don't win that, y'all could. Yo.
I'm gonna
Y'all
tell
could.
you this though,
Y'all could.
because the only get back game I want to see is the Raiders, the Raiders game, definitely the Buffalo game because they put that bro. They put bro. You know they put that Buffalo New England game in primetime television Sunday football like week 9 I think in Buffalo. Cause you know why?
Why?
Because Stephon Diggs playing against his former team.
Oh, yeah.
My thing, but check this out. Hold. My thing that game should have been a 1 o'clock game.
No, 8 o'clock game. I think it's good.
I mean, hey,
You want to play those primetime games.
I mean, last time
Yeah,
it was on prime time was when we lost to the Buccaneers. That's when Brady returned to New England that night. No, let me take that back. When we lost to the Dolphins in 2023, it was on primetime television then. Because we've been on only time we've been on prime time is Thursday night football, Monday night football, and Sunday night. That was it. But this be the first time in 2-3 years since we've been on prime time on Sunday night football. You heard about Travis Hunter sign that contract deal, the rookie deal that they did.
I know he sound like a quarterback, dude.
That's a lot for a cornerback and slash receiver. That's a lot for a rookie.
Hey man, hey, Jacksonville believes in him. Um, I'll probably give him a bag too. I mean, he's generational.
Dude's like Deion Sanders again, bro.
I mean, he's a generational type of. So, not to
Now,
fault Jacksonville, but he's, just know he's gonna be on a bad team this
yeah,
year.
that's true.
And probably the next 2 years, unless they build their O line and they get better defensively.
So now, because funny about it, I was talking to somebody this morning, and he was saying that the teams to beat this season is Buffalo, Kansas City. Um, I'm not sure about Buffalo because they always fold up in the AFC Championship game every time, though. So
But Buffalo's a good regular season team.
mm,
They're gonna, Buffalo's a good regular season team, so they're gonna be in the race.
because only time Buffalo does well in the playoffs is the wild card round and the second round. That's it. And then when they get the championship round, they always fold like they always do.
I don't even think Kansas City's gonna be that good.
So what?
I don't even think Kansas City's gonna be that good. Because
The way they got
they,
exposed
they
in that
weren't
Super
good.
Bowl.
They weren't good going into the Super Bowl, and they weren't good in the Super
No.
Bowl. So,
And it showed when the Philadelphia defense put that full pressure on Patrick Mahomes and everybody else. And they shut. Hey, you know how many times they shut down DeAndre Hopkins? Like 6 times, bro.
he
I heard
Hopkins
they
got his
sent.
vocal
I
cords
heard they
out.
sent him to Baltimore, man.
Yeah, he signed there. I don't know why Baltimore might have a good team. They got Jair
Mm.
Alexander. Might have a good team. They got Jair Alexander. I
They
mean,
finally got the right pieces that can help Lamar Jackson.
that's, if Lamar can put it together, I mean, they're gonna be, I'm saying. But you know what I heard? You know what I saw today?
What's that?
Daniel Jones is leading the quarterback competition against Anthony
So the Colts.
Richardson. Yeah.
Ew.
So you know what that means? He might get the starting.
Say what?
He might get the starting.
Over Richardson.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That sucks.
Well,
That's
it sucks though. It does kind of suck though. I ain't gonna lie.
you want your first round pick to play and be the starter, but getting beaten out by Daniel Jones.
Aaron Jones,
Maybe I don't
average.
know, man. I've been a huge Anthony Richardson supporter,
Mm,
but like, what's he doing in practice, man?
not a freaking thing.
Like this is a guy who I compare to like Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson, but he hasn't lived up to those. Like I think we're seeing like Lamar mixed with Cam, but with that, he's not like putting it out on the field.
Now I can say this though. Both of us watch football all our lives. They said the same thing about the other quarterbacks that started before these quarterbacks even played, like Bledsoe, the Curry Brissett, um, who else? The Romos of the days, the Michael Vicks, the Brady's, the Peyton Manning's, Eli's, the Brett Favre's. All of them had quarterbacks smarts. These new quarterbacks, all they want to do is just run for a first down. Don't even throw the ball sometimes, man.
Um, don't see where it's coming from with that. I disagree with that.
The game has changed. Okay,
I mean,
you don't
yeah,
got a quarterback today that can sit back in the pocket and just throw the ball up in the air and don't run for a first down. Like, come on now.
I mean, you still kind of do. I mean, Dak Prescott is a pocket passer, relatively
That
speaking.
Prescott, he don't even get me started on him, but yeah,
Dak is a pocket passer. Who else is a
he
pocket guy?
he chokes in the playoff. He chokes in the playoffs all the time
Daniel
though.
Jones is a pocket guy. I mean,
You hear what I said?
he runs sometimes, but
You hear what I
Daniel
said?
Jones is a pocket guy. Yeah,
You hear what I said?
I heard
He
what you
chokes in
said.
the playoffs though.
You been choking in the playoff.
Don't you say nothing either.
I can't, I can't wait. I can't wait until Drake May goes to the playoffs and loses, so we can have you saying, "Oh, what do you think about Drake May? What do you think about your
I'm
quarterback?"
not gonna say
I
nothing,
can't
bro.
wait. But anyways, there's pocket guys in the league, but if you can run out the pocket, I mean that's a plus for the team because they teach you how to slide. They teach you
How
how to
you feel
slide.
about how you feel about JJ McCartney with the Vikings this season? We see him play this season. How you feel about him?
I like it. I think they're going to be a good team this year.
It's a good bro. It's I think when he because I think they made a good move of letting Sam Darnold go.
Well, I think honestly, I think he was always going to go. I think this was just a pit stop for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it was.
They,
It was just they needed an emergency quarterback at the right time, and boom, they called Sam Darnold. So
I don't think Minnesota expected Sam Darnold to go crazy, but
nah,
you know, I mean, he got the bag and he left. So, and Minnesota didn't really have to offer him the bag if they had JT McCarthy.
they still had JJ McCartney. They had to make sure JJ McCartney was healed up during the regular season, during the off season when he had them off season workouts.
Still got Justin
Now they got Justin Jefferson on offense. They still got Stephon Gilmore on defense.
Jefferson. But they do have a good defense. They're gonna be fine.
Let's see. Detroit. I'm kind of Detroit. They concern me a little bit though, man. You lose your offensive coordinator to go coach the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, they could potentially take a step back, but I'm surprised Jared Goff's been successful
Me
in his tenure
too.
with Detroit. I mean, all they got to do is that play action. He's not really a ath- he's not really athletic. You know,
He's not a scramble
Mm.
quarterback either. Like some quarterbacks scramble in the pocket. Only game I'm looking forward to week one at 4:05 on Fox is the Seahawks and Rams game. Super Cup facing his former team. That's the only game I'm looking forward to at 4:05 on Fox.
be right
You can
back.
put you can like when you get back, pull the NFL schedule up too. All right, we'll take a quick commercial break right now. I'll be right back too. Okay, we're back from this Sports Talk podcast commercial right now. Yeah, because the only game I'm looking forward to at 4:05 on Fox week one is the Seahawks and Rams game at 4:05. Cooper Cup facing his former team. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm watching that Colts and Dolphins game.
The 1 o'clock game.
It's gonna be at home.
The
So
Patriots playing the Raiders first game of the season. Josh McDaniels getting his revenge against the Raiders.
Raiders are going to win that game. Nah, y'all should win Raiders.
We finally spent. Hey, I can say this about the Patriots so far. We finally spent money on players. I can
Still
say
gonna, still gonna
that's
be
all I'm
our
saying.
season.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. Because we was sitting stack of money last year on the cap space last year when Gerard Mayo was coaching, and the front office didn't do nothing about it. That's why, first of all, you trade away Matt Judon. You trade away Matt Judon, right? Then you end up releasing Matt Jones on the offseason. And I was like, what are y'all doing? But we draft Drake May, okay? We didn't start on week one. We let him let him get the feel about week five, week six. But I'm gonna tell you something. Getting firing Gerard Mayer after one season, it was sort of bad these last 2 years of collaboration.
Well, I was gonna say much about Toronto Mayo because that's in the past. But
They
I
put.
will.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, they did put him in the bad. I mean, Robert Kraft did put him in the bad situation with getting no help though. That coaching staff he got, it was like he was getting coaches off the street I never even heard of, man. Like Dante Hightower, the Patriots linebackers coach. I don't recall. He was a good linebacker. What? He never coached nowhere.
Well, I like players actually coaching. And they
And
make
it's a
great.
bad fit. It was a bad fit though.
Y'all still have the personnel. I feel like
Uh,
y'all didn't have the personnel because you literally said earlier that they spent money on players. Now y'all still had the personnel last year.
and we had a lot of we were sitting on a lot of cap space money too last year too.
I mean, Dante Howard, that's Dante Hightower. Reggie Wayne is a good wide receivers coach. And they do
No, he
that.
played linebacker. He didn't play no. He didn't play no.
No, that's what I'm
Uh,
saying. But I'm saying an example, a player coaching in the league.
no, he was not.
No, I'm saying Reggie Wayne is the wide receivers coach.
I'm not talking about Reggie Wayne.
But I'm talking about Reggie Wayne. I was
Oh, you
saying
talking Reggie Wayne? Oh, okay.
I
Go ahead.
was
Go ahead.
saying
Go ahead.
that I was just saying that as another example, as a player,
But
as
he
a
played.
former
But
player being a coach.
he's a true receiver though.
Dante Hightower is a true linebacker.
But he's not a coach though.
Uh,
That's like them hire you off the street from the coach as an analyst. You ain't got no analyst experience though. That's all I'm saying.
this is experience right here.
No, it's not. Not no foot. I'm talking about football analyst. Not no broadcast analyst. You know, like for real.
Oh, man. I can get the color commentator.
But Mike Grable being the head coach, it's like they got that guy. It's like now we just gotta wait and see what's gonna happen during the preseason and regular season. On now in the NFC South, it's gonna be Tampa Bay
I think it's gonna be actually Carolina.
or the Falcons and Michael Penix Jr.
I think it's fake Carolina.
Nah,
I think Carolina will take a big jump.
it could be pro. Okay, I'm gonna be saying that after week 6 or week 7.
And I wasn't saying this like 2 months ago,
Yeah, I know.
but
Yeah, you wasn't.
but they did have a good ending to their season last. So that I think that matters. Bryce Young,
Hey, I guess
he
the offensive
made
line
some,
helped around him though.
but he made some
That's just
good
me.
strides.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. In some games that the defense should have played a whole lot better.
And I think they got some O line help in the draft.
They got they hey
So
they finally did though.
so I'm high
And
on them.
Dan Morgan being in charge of that front office for the Panthers, they finally got some old offensive line help that they needed in so many years after Cam Newton left.
you know. And can we necessarily depend on Baker Mayfield to be
Hmm.
great again? I mean, why didn't it work out in Cleveland?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
So, I'm just saying, NFC South. I mean, we know the worst team's probably going to be the Saints, but the best team could probably be the Panthers.
All the Falcons.
I'm not high on the Falcons.
That's the problem.
I don't know. I got to see more appendix. Um, we still got Kirk Cousins on the roster.
As a backup.
You don't,
What?
maybe appendix struggles. Maybe appendix struggles to put Kirk in.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we'll have the QB debate again.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't really think Atlanta's that good.
Atlanta, they still
People thought Atlanta was going to be good when they landed Kirk Cousins. Terrible. They were
man, they thought bro, they talking about Atlanta Falcons in the playoffs. Yeah, cause I'm thinking like what we were saying, such like the Falcons, they had Kirk Cousins, they were talking about playoffs, bro. I'm like, bro, like y'all not ain't the last time the Falcons went to playoffs was when they lost to the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
and Atlanta started in the same. So
Now I'm gonna tell you who might make some noise in the NFC West. Probably the Rams with Devontae Adams. Well, then yet again,
About the
like I
Cardinals.
said, well the Cardinals, I don't know what to say about the Cardinals, bro. Man,
You know,
they still
I like
they still trying to find their identity, man.
I like their offense. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. You know, I like Marvin Harrison Jr. I think
Mm.
Kyler Murray is an underrated thrower. I think he can. I think Kyler Murray's good.
Yeah, yeah, he good. It's just he's in the best situation from the Arizona Cardinals. It's like they can't, you know, they can't make it in the last try to get in the playoffs, bro.
I don't think. I don't know about the 49ers team.
49ers, man, they can kiss that joint goodbye, bro. They absolutely lost Debo Samuel to Washington. They can kiss this season goodbye. They're gonna run Christian McCaffrey to death this season, bro.
Brock Purdy. I mean, they had to give Brock Purdy that contract because,
They ain't had a choice.
but I don't think Brock Purdy, like, going to like look to a Super
But
Bowl.
let me ask you this though, as a football perspective, do you think he's overrated?
Um, I mean, what do people say about Brock Purdy though? Because lately, from what I've been hearing, that Brock Purdy really isn't good.
That's what I thought. That's what
So
I thought.
I think he's probably rated at this point. I don't think. Well, I really don't think he's worth that contract. But they had to pay him.
I was shocked they actually gave him a whole lot that full contract. I'm thinking they'll let him finish his rookie option deal, then go somewhere else after the next season though.
I mean, he's a really good. So obviously, want to move off of that. You still want to remain competitive, especially
But
in the NFL. So
but I do believe that the AFC NFC's West is gonna be wide open this year, I think.
I don't know. I'm not really expecting much from Seattle.
Me neither, because
I think I think Sam
Seattle
Darnold.
lost their touch when they lost DK Metcalf and they lost and they lost Geno Smith. So I don't even see them making any splash, you know.
I think Sam Darnold. I mean, I don't know. I see more out of him because I think he KOC is a good coach. I feel like he's a good quarterback. So
Oh,
KOC Kevin McConnell. But
oh, you're talking about Minnesota.
yeah, but he's going to Seattle, and their coach is defensive minded.
Yeah, sad but true.
So I want to see how that goes.
I didn't know they had Jalen Murray on that team. I didn't even know that. So I found out this morning.
Yeah, they have Melrose, but I don't think. Of course, Melrose not gonna. But Sam Darnold better be good for Seattle. If you paying him that money,
It's a smart move though.
we'll see. You don't want him to be like Bradley Beal.
Oh my gosh.
After that,
But I still think that the teams now Kansas City, I'm kind of suspect about Kansas City though, man.
I think City hasn't been good for like the past 2 years. I feel like they they come up when it matters the most, though. You know,
Playoffs. Playoffs.
they come up big in that, especially the defense. But Patrick Mahomes wasn't really good this season. This past
Hey,
season,
say what?
Patrick Mahomes wasn't really good this past season, and
Man,
we saw Travis Kelce take a step back.
Eagles, man, they shut Travis Kelsey down. They shut that dude down.
We saw Kelce look old.
Yeah.
They have a good O line. Okay, cool. They have a good defense still. Cool.
Right.
But their offense, I feel like they
It's
need. I feel like they need better wide receivers.
that's a true fact. They need a better receivers around I'm about to say around Patrick Mahomes.
Xavier Worthy's cool, but I feel like Xavier Worthy's just like a speed guy.
That's true.
He's just um, and they had D Hop. They had at one point they had Juju Smith
My
Schuster.
thing when they got D Hop from the trade from where he ended up coming from? Was it Arizona?
Yeah,
They got him from Arizona. I was like, okay, this is a good move, but in the Super Bowl, he was shut down.
I mean, guys like what 33. He's
And
getting old.
I mean, hey,
Um,
yes,
but they need younger receivers.
that's
They
how they
can't
would get.
they can't rely on 1 year contract players.
No, and the Chiefs, the Chiefs ain't no better for relying on somebody like that, bro. But I do think that the Chiefs they need to get some young receivers around Patrick Mahomes. That's how he gonna get back to Super Bowl. I wish I didn't get Stephon Diggs, bro.
They don't need to go after these 1 year players. They don't need. They need younger players. They need younger receivers, and they might need a new tight end soon. Kelsey
The-
talking
For,
about
for,
retiring.
for Travis Kelsey, I think this might be his last year in with Kansas City, though, man.
But I feel like he wants to retire um, after winning a Super Bowl
I can see that.
because he was probably gonna retire after this Eagles after the Eagles Super Bowl, but they got belt to ass applied to them, so they needed he needed to come back.
Yeah,
But I like financially what they're doing to the team. They gave Patrick Mahomes that contract, but
it would which
it allowed them to make other moves.
which he deserved it. He deserved, but he did deserve that contract, though. I ain't gonna lie, he did deserve that contract, though.
Yeah, yeah. But Kelsey's gonna retire soon, probably.
Yeah,
Um, Andrew Reid is probably how long does Mahomes play?
but how long Andy Reid gonna stay there, though? Is he gonna retire as a Kansas City Chief? That's the question we need to find out. Is it?
Yeah, he's gonna retire as the Chief. He's gonna retire as
Of
the Chief.
course.
But how long is Mahomes gonna be there? Mahomes can play until he's like what, in his fourth, I would say. So
Hmm.
who's gonna be the next coach? I mean, this is way into the future. But who's gonna be the next head coach for the Chiefs?
We don't know.
But when Coach retires, I hope that they're done with the whole Taylor Swift thing.
I know.
I do not. That's just what. That's the one thing that I'm not looking forward to.
That's why I don't like watching the Chiefs play on Sunday afternoon because every time they scored, I gotta see her face.
It wasn't bad this season though. They didn't like pants her as much,
They
but
did the
like,
Super Bowl though.
but when they scored a touchdown, golly, dude,
I
and
remember
she
that
was just
time.
watching the game, so
I remember that time. The first time I saw Taylor Swift when the Chiefs played the Bears and the Cowboys. They showed the Cowboys game at 4:25. Oh, hello. Oh, Abby's back, y'all.
Yeah. Sorry. What's all the hate
You,
with Taylor Swift, man?
Rondo, take over for me, please.
no hate, bro. I'm just saying, like they shouldn't like they got better. They got better with the
They
paying
did get
cameras.
better with her.
They got
'Cause every
100%.
time they
100%.
Every time I remember when 2023 season came around, that time when the
okay.
Cowboys played that time when the Cowboys played the Cardinals at 4:25, they showed that game on Fox. But when I go to Red Zone, they were showing Taylor Swift scored every time the Chiefs scored a touchdown against the Bears. They kept showing her face. I don't want to see her face.
Like I don't know what the NFL like. I guess the NFL envisions like this is serious. This is I'm serious
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Take your time. Take your time.
They envision a group of white girls gathering around the TV and watching
The Chiefs.
the Chiefs games just for Taylor Swift. It's crazy. They don't know about X's and O's. They don't even know what a. They probably don't even know what
They
a
didn't even know what a
fullback is.
go. They didn't
They
even
don't
know what a
even,
go route is.
they don't even know what like no. They don't even know what a tight end is for real. They just know that Kel. They just know that Kels plays it. Like you know what I'm saying.
But hey, Ivy, but he's right though.
They made a lot more money. That's all they care about. Ratings and money. You know that.
Of course.
And he ain't. Once love's involved, you ain't the same. He ain't playing the same when he got in love.
That's true.
I was saying this earlier. He was probably going to retire after they got after this Eagles Super Bowl,
Oh
but
yeah.
they lost, so he has to come back.
You know
He
who I
wants
wanted
to
to go
he wants to
to?
retire.
This time they get a younger tight end too. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. They
We
need
we
to
were
get a
we were
younger
just
tight
saying
end.
that, yeah.
That's what, and they. That's why I was just saying they need to get a younger tight end.
Yeah.
Because they already gave Patrick Mahomes a huge contract.
He would have been good because he'd be a good two tight end. He'll be a great
Oh,
number two.
Yeah,
who?
yeah. Kels.
Yeah, he'll be a great number two, bro. Like
Oh
for real,
yeah.
for real. They need speed in the tight end game. He don't got that speed no more.
No. This ain't 2016, 2017 again,
Uh,
2015.
he don't got that speed no more. And when if the O line ain't that good, but you got a quick tight end, you could just toss it. They ain't got that no more. They ain't got that no more. I promise you, they ain't got that no more. So you kind of stuck
You
with
stuck. You
what you
stuck,
got.
stuck.
You
And then
stuck with.
the wide receivers that they have is not good. They keep
I
going
know
for the
where
younger
my thing is this
wide
though. When they
receivers.
got D Hop during the regular season, they traded him during that Tuesday morning. I was like,
Top sucks now. It's not that
D
bad.
Hop. D Hop. I don't recall DeAndre
I
Hopkins.
like
He had
D-Hop.
that.
Shout out to
I don't recall DeAndre Hopkins had the full season being healthy though.
Nah, D Hop got other issues. He got other issues.
Yes, he do.
He got other issues. He probably like the strip club. He about
Yeah,
that life. He can't say no.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not adding up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't switch that. I think D Hop in his prime till now. Who's a better receiver is something out there. He can't. He's like a John Morant in a way.
I can see that.
Listen, I was out in Orlando. I saw with my own eyes. John Morant threw 100,000 at a wrinkly, little small club like nothing. And the other stuff that was going on, forget it. He done. That they ain't Patrick Mahomes. He don't got a wife, at home that loves him or whatever. He ain't got none of that shit. You know what I mean? So what you gonna do?
That's true.
It pays to have a good woman next on your side. Honestly, it does,
That's
man.
fact. That's fact.
It does. It does. It does. It does pay to have a woman on your side, bro. A good woman. You know what I mean? So
Go. You can keep. Go. You can keep.
yeah,
Go. You can keep though, man. Like for real.
yeah. I promise you, bro. It makes a lot of sense to keep a good woman on your side, bro.
Especially a good
I'm
woman that
just
know
being
what you do.
honest with
Especially a good woman that knows what she doing though.
you. Yeah, yeah. You gotta have them be a mother, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
But some guys ain't ready for that.
Now,
Some guys ain't ready for that, man. But Dolphins gonna suck.
Dolphins, man, y'all got so much stuff to clean up these next 3, 5, 6 years, man.
They ain't cleaning up now. They gotta start up. That's all it is, bro. They don't got a damn thing to clean up.
Uh,
They
hey,
made a
Rose.
wrong decision. That's all they did. They made a wrong decision, and they're gonna have to live with it. So what they gonna do? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Um,
Dolphins, man. It's like it's they need it. Who's in charge of the Dolphins front office anyway? I forgot.
Will
I
Greer,
know
that dude sucks.
I know it's not Dan Marino.
Nah, it ain't no Dan Marino. I'll tell you that. It ain't no Dan Marino. And that Dan Marino's another one, man. He ain't the friendliest guy. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
one
I
of
know
those.
you see him more than I do down in Florida.
He ain't one of the friendliest people. I think
So
this year Mario Cristobal is probably gonna get exposed. You
he
know,
been exposed already in the recruiting and in the
gonna
regular
get
season, bro,
exposed and
in
all
the
that
bowl
shit.
season.
He's gonna get exposed because he's just not that good. I don't give a shit how many good recruiting classes you got. You suck. It ain't gonna make
You
it.
can't you can't coach if you can't coach them. If you can't coach that recruiting class, you're gonna be stuck.
Listen, at the end of the day, Miami's classes are good, but they ain't Georgia, Texas good. You know what I'm saying? Let's not
Or I
sweat it, man. Let's
uh,
not get carried away.
Yeah.
because
And we
Chris
don't gotta coach. We don't gotta coach like Clemson.
cause I've seen
That
how
don't.
Cristobal did at Oregon in 2020. He ain't know like I said, when that COVID season, he ain't know who the starter crack. He ain't know who the starter quarterback was, bro. We ain't got Tyler Shough and Anthony Brown playing quarterback at the same time, bro.
I'm telling you, man, that man is a fraud.
Sorry, sorry.
He gonna get exposed. You're gonna see how good Cam Ward is a quarterback this year, and you're gonna be
He gonna
like, he couldn't win with this guy. Like, honestly,
Except for the Colts, except when he plays for Colts.
coaching matters. Yeah, well, you couldn't make adjustments. Fire the motherfucker. Fire. Like, god damn, is that bad? You get paid. He gonna get exposed, man, and it's bad. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? It's bad.
Cristobal. He he lose, bro. You know he lost Coach Feld this past 2 weeks, man.
I'll tell you this about Coach Fell. The players look good.
I'm, what Ivy said. Dang, Ivy got technical difficulties right now. So Coach Feld, he stepped down as Miami Hurricanes head strength coach, man. This past 2 weeks, bro.
All I say about Miami is they'll see what they look like with Carson back.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me started with him, man.
I
Oh
like
my
Carson back.
gosh. He sucks.
What?
He sucks. He sucks. I'm almost say he sucks.
How?
He can't finish. He can't finish the season being healthy, man.
Who we talking about?
Ivy, Ivy, can you please tell Rondo Carson Bet sucks?
Carson Beck don't suck. He threw for 3,500 yards in the SEC. How's that suck?
Hey,
Let's see that's SEC ball. Let's see if he can do the same thing in ACC
Yeah,
this
that with
season.
with a bad Georgia deep offensive
Woo-hoo,
line.
woo-hoo.
his reason why Carson Beck sucked is because he got injured. Like injuries
Yeah,
happen
like
all the time. How Halliburton got injured? Does he suck?
Don't compare.
how many people? How many people throw for 3,500 yards with no running
In the
game?
SEC,
Yeah, man, like for real.
he could have been a top 5 pick if he came out.
Ne-
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go, but like for real, like for real. That don't make no sense.
I am
Hey,
not.
man.
Shout out Carson
No.
Beck.
I'm not. We're going to Debonair, right?
Yeah.
Yo no estoy en tacos, mi amor.
Oh. Yeah, you're not making no
My
sense, man.
my. What
Oh,
is
look
it?
how nice, Hermes.
Yeah. Like
So yeah, you're not making any sense at all. So
matching
nice.
sandals.
They do perfect,
but
1,000%. But
but
I'm gonna hit
I
you
got
up.
all right. But I got Clemson winning the ACC this year. I got him as a bold favorite to win the ACC this year. Clemson.
Right? That take isn't bad.
No, I'm no. That's my projection so far. Because I don't see Florida State doing nothing this year. They do got Gus Malzahn as an offensive coordinator though. I don't see them making any noise this season though. I think it's gonna be Clemson in the ACC championship game. It might be Syracuse. You might have to play Syracuse. Don't give me that look.
What does Syracuse have?
It's not Miami. I don't think because the funny thing about it, it didn't make no sense last year when Clemson faced. How the heck SMU made it the ACC championship game last year?
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard you said, but I'm still stuck on you saying Syracuse.
Only problem with Syracuse, they don't ever play outside. They was playing that dome area, man. That's different though.
So Syracuse over Notre Dame.
No, they not. No, you can't count Notre Dame in the ACC. They're independent.
Oh well, they should make a mutation. Anyway,
But they ain't gonna change that.
Syracuse.
They are talking about this about since shoot Notre Dame in the ACC. Can you imagine Notre Dame being in the ACC?
So Syracuse over Miami.
If Miami, see Miami, they always choke. You just saw that last year. You saw that
Bro,
last year.
that
They
is
they
that
lost.
is that is the word of the day for you. Oh my
I don't
god, that
care.
that is the
I don't
word of
care what I don't care what you say. I don't
the
care.
day. Oh my gosh, bro. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. If you get injured, you're a bust. Like you're just not good if you get
I'm
injured.
not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Just said that with Carson Beck.
That's Carson Beck now, dude.
It's,
Bro, okay. When he loses Georgia Tech this season, you gonna let me finish. Shut up.
okay, come on. I'm sorry. Come on.
Because some of these people, some of these analysts, they already gonna project some of these analysts probably gonna project Miami to win out the ACC win out the ACC this year. They said the same thing last year. You lose to you beat the Florida Gators. I'll give you that though. That's the Florida Gators. Then you lose to Georgia Tech later on in the season. That's the one loss right there. You still got playoff hopes right there. And then you beat Florida State. I gave you that though. Florida State really didn't do too much last year. And now you beat Wake Forest, Duke. Who else they had? They did beat Louisville on the road though. I was shocked about that though. Um, then you play at Syracuse, one win away from playing the ACC championship game. One win away. SMU won. A- And Clemson, actually Syracuse helped y'all beat. Syracuse helped Miami lose, so Clemson can be in the ACC championship game. So you, my friend, might get a chance to get in the ACC championship game this year coming up. You laughing? I'm serious. You
Oh man. See, see. So is Duke better than Miami in
not
football?
really.
Okay, so that's okay. Louisville,
Well, up and down. But Miami is better than Louisville though, any day.
Pitt.
Mm, Pitt. Last time Pitt was good when they had Kenny Pickett.
Okay, so Miami. Okay,
All
okay.
right.
You're not all the way on the deep end.
Because Kenny Pickett. Because last time Pittsburgh had really done something was when they had Kenny Pickett. That was 2021. That was that one. That was that one season.
I don't know, bro. Maybe I just look at Miami. They can still, they still, get some good. They recruit good defense. You know,
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, Rondo.
they're always in.
All these receivers from Florida that get recruited by Miami, some of them going like Ohio State or Georgia, like Ivy said, Georgia, Alabama, Texas.
But
But
recently,
that
they've been in the mix. So
who
my, my,
I know
as
they
far
have.
as far as like the ACC goes. So this is coming from a Clemson fan, Miami. I
I know
mean,
you are. I know.
so,
I be bro. Would you be shocked that beat Notre Dame week one on Sunday night on Labor Day weekend
no,
on Sunday night? Would you be surprised?
no, I wouldn't be
Okay.
because they got Carson Beck. I'm telling you, bro. If they didn't have Carson Beck, I would be like, okay, Notre Dame wins that. But Carson Beck is literally an NFL quarterback in college. I feel like
You gotta make sure you don't get popped. But I can say this though. Miami, they just got to win out ACC this year. Make sure you don't slip up against Georgia Tech, a bloodbath. Now in the Big 12 conference, Arizona State winning the Big 12 conference again.
sure about that.
Yeah, they was in the playoffs last year,
Okay, that doesn't mean anything. TCU
but
was
they
in the
did.
play- TCU was in the playoffs a few years ago, and then they dropped off.
That was 3 years ago.
But I'm just saying, TCU was in the playoffs, and then they fell off. And really, Arizona State only had that running back that went there. Remember? Yeah, that tried to fucking shine.
I heard Colorado they switched the turf field to the grass field this season coming up.
I felt like all teams should have grass. Every football team, including the NFL, should have grass. It's safer.
North Carolina they going back to grass on that field. They going back to grass. Now in the SEC, probably Georgia. Or Texas.
You gotta see what Texas has.
Is it Arch Manny? That's his name, right? Arch Manny.
Yeah, Archie. Yeah.
We gotta see what he's about this season coming up.
Well, we got a little taste of it. Pause. When he, was starting games
Yeah.
for them. So Arch is to me, he's primed for this. He's ready.
Hey, he been ready.
So the
He
training
had to sit
wheels.
behind
Oh,
he had to sit behind what's his name? Brewers.
yeah, you were. The training wheels are off. So
Well, yeah.
you know he's gonna be drafted high now. He's gonna be in that top five when
Hmm.
the draft comes around. He's gonna go to the Saints.
I can see that. His great granddad would be so proud of him.
Shout out Archie. But
Yes.
yeah, he's gonna go to like one of these, bad NFL teams.
Saints.
You know, if the Patriots still had Mac Jones as a starter, he probably would have went there. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
That's correct. Why
That,
you
that was
compare Matt
that, that,
Jones?
that,
Why would you do that? Why
that
would you do
was
that?
yeah. I don't know why.
That was a bad
I don't,
take.
I don't know why I said that. Cause you
Yeah,
guys,
why? Yeah, well, why
um,
did you? I'm like, why did you say
I
that?
don't know. I just try to
Look
remember
at
my
my face.
page.
Why did you say that?
It's the Colts fan in me. I'm sorry. It's the Colts fan
Hater.
in me. It's the rivalry, man.
What rivalry? You're not in the AFC East.
The rivalry, bro. What rivalry?
You're not.
There's always been
You're
a
not.
rivalry between the Colts and the
You are
Patriots.
not. You are not in the AFC East.
There's always been a rivalry between the Colts and. Remember
Not to,
Manning
that
versus
was
Brady?
years ago. I'm talking about now. You are
Oh,
not in the
oh,
AFC
oh! It
East.
still lives on. It still lives
No,
on.
it's not. No, it does
Oh, I
not.
can't wait to
No.
face y'all every time we have y'all on the schedule. I can't
We
wait to
don't
face.
even play all this year.
I can't wait though.
We don't even play all this year.
Every time we see y'all on the schedule, I can't wait.
We don't even play all this year. What's wrong with you, man? You bugging.
I can't wait, man. Hopefully 2027. Hopefully 2026 we play y'all.
I was shocked. We look surprised we don't even play all this year, man. Who we got? We got the Raiders week 1 at the Dolphins. Steelers week 3. Week 4 is the Panthers at the Patriots. Then October the 5th at the Bills. Then at the Saints. At the Titans. Oh, the Browns. Oh, the Browns in New England. Oh man, I can't wait for that, bro. Falcons at the Buccaneers. The Jets and the Patriots on Prime Video November the 13th. At the Bengals, Patriots, get Giants and the Patriots, Monday Night Football, December 1st. Dang. Buffalo, 1 o'clock. Baltimore at the Jets. Dolphins game 2 be determined. Flex off. Only team playing in the NFC East this season is the Giants. And I'm a little bit surprised about that, bro.
That Eli isn't playing. The
Daniel
Giants.
Jones.
The Giants. They got. So
They got Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart.
they should start Jackson Dart, but they're probably gonna start Russell Wilson. Russell
I
Wilson
think how in the world they got James Winston in free agency and that didn't make no sense.
makes sense. James Winston.
Is Tommy Vito still there?
Yeah. Tommy.
And
Tommy.
they still got what'd you say? Shut up, Rondo.
I said, I said, Tommy D is still there. Um, yeah, I think they should start Jackson Dart. But I was gonna say earlier, I was gonna say before, James Winston is a good backup to have. You don't want him
Hmm.
starting, but you want him as a backup.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like Just like when his first year in New Orleans and Drew Brees went down. So let's get in that backup role.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I was like, bro, this is crazy. All right, for the viewers watching, like, subscribe, follow our socials, man. Definitely follow our socials, man. How many subscribers we got so far, bro?
Yeah, this was a football heavy podcast. Did not expect that, but it's all right. So
Say what?
it was a football heavy podcast tonight.
Oh yeah, no question.
But it's okay. Um, quick um about the KD trade to Houston. Um, the Rockets, send over Jalen Green. Um,
Yes, it is.
their first round pick and 5 second round picks to Phoenix in exchange for KD. Um,
I'll show you how they did it though.
and they also sent over Dylan Brooks as well. Houston did to Phoenix. They're not going to keep
Wow.
Jalen Green. They're probably not going to keep Jalen Green. So we'll see where that goes with Jalen Green. But Houston moves. KD moves the needle for Houston. This was a good trade for Houston because Houston really didn't give up anything except for
Yeah.
Jalen. But Jalen Green's been viewed as a bust lately and not in their plans. So good move for them. Um, and then OKC, you know, I was going to ask you, does this move the needle for Shea Gilgeous Alexander in terms of the best player in the world? Because to me, it's not. I still,
He,
I
he,
still think, I still think Giannis is better than him. I still think Jokic is better than him.
he said, but the only problem with Shea Alexander, he just gotta just be himself and stop shutting down the first half like he always do. That's all he gotta do.
So he shot chucks, bro. He chucks up shots, bro. Yeah, that's the reason why
He
he went
might
27.
he reminded me of Jimmy Butler a little bit when he was in Miami when Jimmy Butler used to do the same exact thing all the time. He always trying to choke up shots every time. Next you know he get gassed out in the fourth quarter.
And plus, man, he's not a good passer. I think he needs to work on his passing. But other than that, I mean, yeah, got the ring. Do it again. I think they can do it again because
Yes, they can.
I think they have the best team in the West.
They got
But,
they got the best. It's the best team so far.
but I don't think Shea's better than Luka.
Nah, well, Shea and Luca, they're two different caliber players. So man,
So we'll see where this we'll see where the NBA discourse goes. Throughout the summer, we'll see what teams
yes,
moves and
because sometimes they I'm about to say this though. Sometimes the NBA team they make moves on the NBA draft night, but that Wednesday or Thursday night.
yeah, that's why Orlando wanted to make that move for Desmond Bain.
I was shocked that joint I
That's
was shocked that joint actually happened though, man.
But if they waited for KD for that KD trade to go down,
Mm,
they probably could have finessed a Devin Booker trade.
yes,
But now
that's
Devin
just this.
Booker, you know, in and watch out for the Pistons trying to get Devin Booker. The Pistons can actually try to get Devin Booker. Kate Cunningham and Devin Booker on the same team.
Yeah.
Man, it's time for Devin Booker to get out of Phoenix. It's time.
It's like he's in a. It's like he knows.
Been
He
there
knows
since
he's been
20,
in a. He's been in the trap so many years, bro.
it's been there since 2016.
Yeah, yeah. He got to get up out of there. I would have told him.
It's been there when they won like 19 games, you know, that season. So yeah. But other than that, follow the reaction chat,
Yes.
follow the socials down below. Rashawn, we gonna stream. We gonna like get
I
on the
gotta. I gotta get the audio thing set up.
okay.
'Cause I did some trial. Remember I did some trial runs,
Yeah,
live trial runs. It's like the game. I can hear the gameplay, but I just couldn't hear me talking like I'm talking right now.
yeah. Yeah, because it look good on the screen. It's just gonna
Yeah, I know. It
get
looked.
through.
I mean, it did look good on the screen though. I ain't gonna lie. Because cause I gotta find a way I can get what's that joint I don't know if the headphones or the headset. I'm not really sure.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure there's tutorials on YouTube.
So what?
I'm sure there's tutorials on that for YouTube on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, we'll see you next Monday night, same time, 9 o'clock.
So,
You know how we do it in the show. 1, 2, 3. Boom. I'll do that too. All right.